The Rohingya, a Muslim minority in Myanmar, are potentially facing crimes against humanity, according to top UN officials. Today, 500,000 Rohingya refugees live in Bangladesh. 74,000 have crossed the border since last October following a violent military crackdown in the wake of a deadly attack on an army post. Kutupalong is the biggest refugee camp in southeast Bangladesh. The registered camp and the makeshift camp stand side by side. The latter hosts over 66,000 people, the so-called undocumented Myanmar nationals. The vast majority are Rohingya who have been denied refugee status. 15-year-old Zanat is among them. She arrived 3 months ago. Married at 13, she told us she was raped by Burmese soldiers when she was pregnant.
The military came to my place and they took my husband. That evening they came to take me as well. They brought me to the bush and around 5, 6, 7 soldiers raped me. I feel very bad that many people have been killed by the soldiers. I feel very bad because many Muslims have been tortured and killed in front of us. Many people.
Her story is all too familiar. Bangladesh insists that the Rohingya should stay in the country only temporarily, but many have been here for decades. Last year, the World Food Programme managed to open a nutrition centre funded by EU humanitarian aid. Zanat's baby goes there regularly.
In the center, we have around 7,006 to 59-month children and around 1,390 pregnant and lactating women. Since October, we have seen 40% increase in the regular daily beneficiary.
Babies are measured and weighed once a month. Their mothers are also given super cereals with vitamins to combat malnourishment. The other residents of the makeshift camp receive food by distribution, while in the nearby official camp, registered refugees receive e-cards. The aim is to harmonise the assistance offered. A pressing problem is not only food, but also access to healthcare. We drove from Kutupalong to Leda, next to the river Naf, the geographical border between Bangladesh and Myanmar. The International Organisation for Migration opened a clinic here near the makeshift camp last October, thanks to European funds. It soon became a referral hub with over 5,000 patients per month. We took a tour with Dr. Mohiuddin, starting with the emergency centre.
We can handle all sorts of emergency cases, complicated cases through this centre. We can refer them to the higher level centre instantly. This is a disability prevention and rehabilitation corner of this facility. The clients are coming from the makeshift settlement. This is the laboratory. We provide very basic but very comprehensive range of laboratory services.
What did patients to do before this clinic was built?
They had to travel around at least 40 kilometers to access laboratory services.
In the clinic, we found Mohammed. He broke his arm last December while fleeing his village as it was being attacked by Burmese soldiers. He came to Bangladesh straight away and was operated on. Now he's doing a follow-up examination. Mohammed lost 5 members of his family in October, including 2 daughters and his brothers and sisters.
I saw many incidents happening in front of my eyes. I saw people abducted, I saw gang rapes, children thrown onto fires and killed. My village was burnt. Being Rohingya Muslims, we want our recognition and then our nationality and then peace in our villages. I don't want to live here. I want to go back.
We asked a representative from EU Humanitarian Aid if the recent spate of violence has changed the way Bangladesh hosts the Rohingya, who, even in Myanmar, have no citizenship.
Despite being one of the poorest countries in the world, in the region, and having many problems of its own, Bangladesh has let these people stay on its soil. Nevertheless, it doesn't have the means to deal with the humanitarian situation here, it doesn't have the resources, and therefore it's very important that the international community is present. The people you see around us are 100% dependent on humanitarian assistance.
So what's the next step? What needs to be done?
Well, obviously, humanitarian assistance on its own is not a long-term solution, and there is a need for a long-term solution to this crisis. The solution can only come from political willingness to deal with the problem, mostly on the other side of the border in Myanmar, where these people keep fleeing to this side of the border.
On the other side of the River Naf, Myanmar denies access to the media and has limited humanitarian activities. Meanwhile, the UN is investigating alleged ethnic cleansing.